Hi, I've got Mr. Shafiul Al Chaudhry Nadil, who is the director of the Bangladesh Cricket Board and also chairman of the women's wing of the BCB, but also local man doing it all for the BCB in this part of the world. Just asking you about, I know the situation of the game is a little bit dodgy for the Sylet Sixers, but overall, how happy are you?
International Cricket Stadium wicket is very. The last month Zimbabwe and West Indies visited Sylet. Our next year, last year we had BPL 8 match. Scope is high, full gallery. Start very poorly.
Yeah, but we, all the commentators, had a look at the wicket earlier in the day. We all thought there would be a lot of runs, so I don't think the wickets can take all the blame. So let's forget the wicket. Let's talk about these lovely surroundings here, and also because it is played in January this year, it's a little different from planning which you did in the previous year.
Hey, this venue is almost in Bangladesh best venue, I think. Our stadium, green gallery, accommodation, media box, a grandstand, and our very much interesting. The full gallery full every time, but our wicket is bouncy because only this wicket is made by rock stone, and other Bangladeshi wickets are brick. So we think this is, but wicket is, I think it's our batsman failure, and Comilla easily operate this game.
Well, doesn't matter. I'm sure it'll get better, and I'm sure your team's going to do better, and Sylet as a venue will do better. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Simbi. Thank you.
But 32 for 7 after 10 here.
গাজি স্টোভ একদিকে যেমন গ্যাস সাশ্রয়ী তেমনি রান্নার লোডও দিতে প্রচুর। গাজি স্টোভ কিচেনের পারফেক্ট পার্টনার।
এই পাশে 26 এই ড্রোনের এদিকে ড্রোন সোজা।
Extraordinary scorecard to go with an equally extraordinary partnerships graphic for the Sixers. It's a very somber looking.
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর গল্পগুলো তো সুন্দর থেকে শুরু হয়। ডিজাইন পুরো স্টেনলেস স্টিল দিয়ে তৈরি। গাজি সিঙ্ক কিচেনটা সুন্দর করে সংসারটা।
She what do you make of this?
I think it's a foregone conclusion as far as the Sixers are concerned. They've completely capitulated against the Comilla Victorians. That was close. Liam Deason also marked the wickets. But Mehdi Hassan completely bamboozled and have no answer to any of the bowlers.
Such nice pace. It's almost bowling test match pace with a bit of flight and guile. And I want to skid a bit more. Previous one turned, allowed to hustle back here. Kapali, he goes into double figures. Yep. Wrist pump, only man's far for Sylet.
In the interview of the toss, I thought that David Warner did mention that they'd be due in the wicket and the ball is likely to skid a little bit, not going to take too much of a height, and I think that's probably what has done them in. That's skidding out the wicket, ball not turning too much.
TDS patchy on two wheels. Man of the series, rides off into the sunset in one of those. They're going to squeeze another, but that's all. Geez, almost had 11 overs here. Yeah, it was good count. Well, it was easy in the end, but Dawson looked better in the replay. Chabert was a little disappointed. We thought of it first time real time because that's all the ump gets. But it looked far better in the line replay.
The first wicket of Andre Fletcher was the one I thought he was beaten against the spin. It went right through the bat and pad. That was a delivery that was flighted a bit. Andre Fletcher tried to drive it against the spin. And he was completely bowled because of the extra turn, I thought.
Yeah, well, just the odd one's really gone, hasn't it? Provided you give it some air. 11 done.
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সবসময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক। গাজীর প্রথম, গাজীর সেরা। বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ।
গাজী স্টোভ একদিকে যেমন গ্যাস সাশ্রয়ী তেমনি রান্নার লোডও নিতে পারে প্রচুর। গাজী স্টোভ কিচেনের পারফেক্ট পার্টনার।
And have a look at the crowd. Yes, they're cheering. This, Sylet in the second phase. Alokapali. He's the most experienced here. He's been around for a very long time. A lot dependent on him. Hoping Tuscan would actually support him.
Look, Kapali is a local. He's a Syleti. Obviously, he'll try and pull his side out of trouble. He's trying to do his bit, his part. Very elegant player during his time.
Goes for the sweep. Has he got the gap? And all the way for 6. Well, we've just been talking about how experienced he is. He is a Syleti. And look at the fans going.
That was a thumping shot over good-looking stroke. Kapali can hit big.
Well, it's a much-needed boundary as well. Look at them. First bump. Again, picking up the single quite easily. Good cricket there. Talking about Kapali, most experienced, better that's left. And a lot is expected from him, without a doubt. Yes, they're in trouble, no doubt about that. And it's going to take a lot of determination to get themselves a decent total. What will be a decent total here this year?
Well, from here, with 3 wickets remaining, only the tail-enders, you can only hope that they make a fight of it. What was that? He tried to drive and didn't get the middle of the bat, but in 2 runs.
Yeah, it was a bit uppish. Not in any control of it. Ball spinning away from him. He's been at the top of his bowling. Unfortunately, he found the gap and picking up just the 2 runs. Well, Tuscan Lee can actually go hard, but at this stage, they've still got plenty of time to bat. They need to actually just rotate the strike and hit the odd boundary, putting away the bad ball. Keeping low, well bowled, and well played too.
Your job is basically cut out. You play off the 20 overs. Don't worry about how much runs you get. You play 20 overs, you'll end up getting something on the scoreboard.
Well, if they're going to go at this rate, well bowled again, well played. This is what they need to be doing. Keep rotating the strike, keep the scoreboard ticking. It's just not enough. 76 is nowhere enough. Looking at the opposition lineup as well, they need to have stepped it up. Unfortunately, they're in a stay penalty on this block, Alokapali. It's the thought process on how to get over the line. Bit of a hiccup. But that's all right. He needs to make sure perhaps the ball is slipping up off his hands. The dew comes into play a lot more here. We've been talking about it earlier, Ishtak, that it gets heavy at this time of the day. Or bowled. And the over, 45 for 7.
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ আগাগোড়া মজবুত বাংলাদেশি পাইপ
পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারী না পাইতাম।
গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা।
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সবসময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক। গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা। বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ।
Mahedi Hassan taking up 4 wickets, 3 wickets in just the one over, by the way, in his first over, which made a huge difference and put them in trouble. Dawson picking up 2 wickets as well, and Seiferden picking up just the one. But I tell you what, Mahedi Hassan being the standing out bowler in that bowling lineup.
Danny asked me a while back what I thought of the situation then. And the rush of blood answer was that it's only a foregone conclusion. Going by the first match where the Comilla Victorians were restricted to 128, one would have thought Rajshahi Kings would be a cakewalk for them, but no, they made a hatch of things and it was not a high-scoring match. So from here, 45 for 7, these two folks are there, and Lokapali can belt, few big sixes along with Taskin Ahmed, and if they score above 120 runs, which is not beyond their reach, it could be a good match.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. It's about taking his time now, looking to bat deeper in the innings. Nicked it.
Oh yes,
Caught. Gone. It is all happening here. As wickets galore. Wahab Riaz also picking up another. Goodness me, have a look at them. Have a look at all the smiles. All exciting times for them. They've just lost another wicket.
I spoke too early, didn't I? That was a good delivery. Taskin Ahmed didn't really know much about that, and he got that thick edge, and the wicket-keeper obliged. There you see Wahab Riaz, another wicket down, 45 for 8. Taskin Ahmed walking back for 4, and Sylet sixers, 45 for 8.
গাজী টায়ার, নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
Well, Nabi Samad Chaudhry coming in at a very difficult time, left-handed batsman at the age of 32. He's been around for a while as well, but then again, you can't really pinpoint at him and say, right, you need to dig us out here. It's a very difficult situation he's coming into, facing up. And here's why he's here. Wahab Riaz, again, just the ball nipping away from him, from Taskin. Taskin opening his face a little bit, looking to guide it down. But not on that occasion. Look at this house. All happy days for them, which finds him in a bit of trouble. What's he got? Is the question. Here we go. Bit of a waste. Short and wide from Wahab Riaz. At this point in time, you, as a bowler, you'll be looking, basically you want to be bowling dead straight. You're bowling at the tail end, basically. Not much experience when it comes to rotating the strike and everything else. You make him play. It's not an easy wicket to bat on. Some balls are gripping, some balls aren't coming on as well as you'd like to as a batsman. Make a play. He's got a slip in place. Attacking field, he's got protection where he wants. That's more like it. Asking the questions. Perhaps drifting down leg. Umpire not interested. Leg by.
You're right when you said that all you got to do is bowl straight, and there's obviously no menace in the wicket. But all that the bowlers have done is bowl in the right areas, particularly in the wickets, and that even that delivery is going down straight of the wicket, just maybe going down the legs was spot on. So have all the bowlers actually.
Well, it's a case of also, putting bat on ball. But that bloke there, outstanding. Hats off for him. He's the reason why all this is happening. Well played. A bit of a mix-up. Direct hit. Well, hello. Look at him. He knows had he hit, the batsman would have been gone again. They would have been lying down. It's all happening here. More like everything is all dependent on sheer luck, basically. Not great communication in between the two. Yeah, direct hit. He was not even in the frame.
It's like the messages to the bowlers, just pitch it in the right areas, let the wicket do the rest. And the wicket, obviously, as we can see, there's no menace. Difficult wicket to play your shots, perhaps, but the batsmen have not also been very disciplined in their approach.
Big single. As a shy of the stumps, spares. No, but they're not interested in coming back for second. Yeah, rightly so. There's no value for your shots on this sort of surface. People have been talking, yes. In all fairness, though, I like that. Nice soft hands. As a shy, no one backing up. That is a problem, but also the batsman has run 5 meters past the stump. Hence, they couldn't come back for the second. Yeah, talking of the surface, how difficult it has been. Judging by the first game, yes, it was a low-scoring game, posted 128 and defended quite comfortably in the end. Coming on to this game, the Sylet Sixers, lots of toss and they were put in to bat. They knew what they were facing up. Perhaps it's not a wicket to go hard first up. But then again, credit to the bowlers. You have to put it in the right areas for you to pick up those wickets. And they've done exactly that, quite successfully as well. Not only just the spinners. What bowled? Have a look at that. Yorker. Talk about pace bowling, done it by the pace. Wow, Brias. Look at him go, they've just lost another.
That's a dream delivery for any fast bowler. Wicket goes cartwheeling. Another Sixers wickets, 47-9. Someone goes back, 0. Sylet Sixers, 47-9.
তোরা দেখ দেখ দেখবে চাহিয়া কৃষককে দে পানি দে গাজী পান দিয়া কৃষক দেখ
গাজী পানির পাম্প দামি সস্তা
কৃষকের আস্থা।
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ, আগাগোড়া মজবুত, বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ।
গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারী না পাইতাম।
গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা।
Not looking good at all. 47 for 9. Alamin Hussain. Wow. You'll be thinking, what's he going to do here at this stage? It's not really an ideal situation. Here's why he's here. Done it by pace. Typical delivery as well to bowl to a tail ender. Uprooting the stumps. What a delivery that was. And it's a delightful delivery as well for a seamer to see that cut wheeling, stump going. Well, I'll tell you what, a delightful moment to look at the most experienced Afridi. Not happy with his fellow bowler, Pakistani. Well, I'll tell you what, it's not an ideal situation. I keep reiterating this at this stage of the game. Well, I mean, what are you going to do exactly? You just walked in and you're 9 down for just 47. And there's all sorts of problems that they're facing up here. Saifuddin coming back into the attack from the mighty chips end. Will he be able to wrap it up? That will be the question. That's the only reason. And he plays it. I'm blaming him really, looking the ball straight, bowling to Ala Kapali perhaps just trying to get him off the strike.
Yes, that was misdirected. And down the leg side, batsman didn't have much to do.
Yeah, it's quite difficult for the batsman as well, but also as a bowler, there's no pressure at all. Hit firmly hard, past the bowler. Has he got the legs to go all the way? Great commitment as well. Great commitment from the long on. Well, we've just been talking about Ala Kapali being the only dependent batsman left. Have a look at that again. Struck firm past the bowler and races away, but great effort out in the deep.
It was sent straight back past the bowler with not the straightest of bats. There's a good dive there by Ziaur Rahman, a valiant effort, but couldn't prevent that from going across the rope before. Alok Kapali really fighting it out for his side.
Good shot. Squeeze past backward points. Finds another boundary. Well, he's looking to step it up here, Alok Kapali. He's the only one left. He's got no choice but to try and take it upon himself. He's just lashed onto it.
That was a brilliant cutting shot. Just look at that. Beautiful. That was a stylish looking shot. Proof point for 4. Alok Kapali is the batsman who's got a couple of 50s already in BPL. And he can hit big. He'd seen better days. One can only expect and hope that Alok Kapali shows his old self today.
That should be a wide. Well, yeah. There's a confirmation. As a bowler, it can be quite difficult as well, but there shouldn't be any pressure at this stage of the game. They're only 9 down. Length ball is what you'd be searching for, and that's what you should be bowling. Yes, Alok Kapali, he's the only standing batsman that's out there. He's a classy player, don't forget that. And if you miss a length, yes, he will dispatch it. But you do not have to try and experiment in terms of line and lengths. Look to get him off the strike if you want to knock them down. Just like that. Well played. Looking to come back.
Better would have been for him to take the strike, rotate the strike, take the strike himself, and guide the team through, because it's his presence, and as many balls as he can play, if he can play the entire 20 overs, guiding Al-Amin along the way, you can expect Alok Kapali to hit some big blows also during the course.
Well, there's a couple of ways of going on about it at this stage. This guy hasn't actually faced the ball, and you're only hoping that he's going to get bat on ball. Big shout. I reckon there was 2 noises. Good backing up as well. Yeah, there was bat involved. Saifuddin looked pretty excited on that one. Yeah, massive inside edge. Just going back to your point, Esther, there's 2 ways to go on about that. For Alok Kapali, either you could go hard, look to get as many as you can, or to just try and knock it around, just because every run is important at this stage. But then again, the partner is also good to support him. There's no one else to come in. So if it goes well, great. Wide. It's the execution that you would be talking about. Is he capable of actually batting deeper with Al-Amin is the question.
Well, you can do so much. Alok Kapali hasn't been leading the batting side, has not been able to show his mettle all these years. But the situation now demands that he does. He looks in good form, good nick.
Got him on the pad, asking questions. Bit of a mix-up again. Oh, he was nowhere near again. Eager to get the single, to get off, to get on the other end. Al-Amin, he called for it. Is it necessary?
Not quite. I thought Al-Amin was a little ambitious on that occasion. Even though Alok Kapali didn't see perhaps Al-Amin dashing down for the run, he was too busy trying to get up after being hit on the pads.
Well, last delivery. And tucks it away quite comfortably as well. They should pick up the one. Retain the strike, Kapali. End of the over, 6-1 for 9.
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সবসময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক। গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা। বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ। গাজী পানির পাম্প, দাম সস্তা,
কৃষকের আস্থা।
It's going pretty steady at the moment. Is he going to get enough support from Al-Amin? There was also a mix-up in the previous over on the run-out. Is it necessary at the same time? Had it been a good throw, directly would have been out. But also, have a look at the bowler. This is basic error from the bowler. Run all the way back to the stumps, behind the stumps to make it easy for you. Would have collected it, take the bells off. Would have been talking a different story now. But the bowler did not have, perhaps he did not have time to go back. We could be harsh about it, but at least attempt to go back. That's just my thinking. Yeah, maybe easy to say from up here, Ishta. I don't know, but at the end of the day, you've got to try and get back. I'm pretty sure when I was being coached, also growing up, those are the first things you get told.
I thought what Al-Amin should have seen was that Alok Kapali was not, caught him unawares. He saw suddenly Al-Amin came dashing down for the run.
He's going for a heave. Just over mid-wicket. It doesn't have the legs to go all the way for 4. They'll pick up a couple.
That's what you need. You need to take strike. That was a short one, and he hit and didn't quite connect it as much as he would have wanted to. But a good stroke nevertheless. Got him 2 runs. He needs to be there, and he needs to play out till the 20th over, which isn't highly unlikely.
Well, he doesn't have a choice. You'll have to be there up until the end. Batting time, batting overs is important here. Swing and a miss. It is crucial at this stage for him to bat through the innings. The coach, he will not be overly excited about this performance with the batters. They would have liked to bowl first, but it didn't happen. But it's the response that you come with and try and rectify whatever the problem that you've got. As a batting unit, it does happen to lose wickets early. But how did you lose the wickets? Good bowling. You could say shot selection. Is it the wicket? You look at all those aspects of the game. Upish. But in the gap, fortunately, looking to come back for the second. I think he's a little bit worried about his partner here.
Look, Kapali is batting the same wicket. He's playing proper cricketing shots. Just look at his approach. He hasn't done anything fancy. Yes, the wicket's not the easiest of wicket to play strokes, but at no stage or no point in time did the wicket look as if it had menace in it. But it was disciplined bowling from the opposition, from the Comilla Victorians. Mehdi Hassan obviously was the one who started the landslide.
In all essence, though, I would like to think the wicket has gotten better Yes, it did clip early on. It did. No word of a lie. We saw how Mahedi went on about it. Gives himself room. Stroke it beautifully straight as well. Oh, hello. He can actually do it. Well, he needs a few more of those, that's for sure. Al-Amin, in action as well.
Okay, I take my word back. I shouldn't have written him off. No, that was a good
Yeah,
blow.
take it back. Take it back, Ishtia. Well, he can do it. It can be done. Have a look at that, son. Good stroke that was. Yeah, fist bump from his partner. You'll be thinking, right, okay, I've seen you can do it. Perhaps trust him a little bit more.
Look, Kapali has no choice really. He complimented Al-Amin for that shot. It was against a fast bowler, hitting straight back past him. That must have hurt the bowler.
Certainly. Wabri is running in and steaming in, thinking, oh, he's going to knock him over as a tail ender, and he gets bombed straight back. And again, going to miss this time. Bowl him. Yep, that's how you wrap up the innings. Wahab Riaz, outstanding again with the balls. Well, I'll tell you what, he's not going anywhere. They're just checking the front foot no ball here. That's fine. That is a legal delivery. Well, so that brings us to the end of the innings for the Sylet Sixers. A disappointing one, I must say, with the bat. And they have just been bundled out for 68 here. And that was the last delivery. Swing and a miss. Wabria's typical delivery for the tail enders. Ball dead straight. He misses, you're hitting. And he's done exactly that. And with that, they've just